July 1st is Canada Day. I am from Canada, specifically Montreal, and I wanted to make a poutine style recipe to celebrate all things Canada and all things Montreal. So I'm gonna make a poutine dip. I'm gonna make a bunch of brown gravy, cover the entire thing in cheese curds and bake it. Then I'm gonna make French fry medallions, just like one of my favorite poutine places in Montreal, Le Fleur's. As a lot of you people from Quebec are gonna criticize my pronunciation of poutine, it's poutine. I'll say it poutine, pike newt, poutine, pooter, I don't even care. Cheese curds, gravy, French fries, it's delicious. Poutine dip, it's going down. All right, first thing we're gonna do is peel some russet potatoes. The thing is, no one really knows where a poutine comes from, okay? Some people say it comes from Drummondville. Some people say it comes from Victoriaville. I've been to both those places. Both of them have delicious poutines. Look, there's a lot of different national and geographically specific foods all across the world. And the thing is, like, you never really know who creates what, who invented what. Like, if I look up poutine on Wikipedia, it says the dish was created in the middle of Quebec in the 1950s. 12 to 31 several restaurants claim to be the origin. How are you even supposed to figure that out? How are you even supposed to know? What I do know is that it was either in Victoriaville or Drummondville. The Wikipedia says, Le Lutin qui rit Warwick restaurateur Fernand Lachance of the Café Ideal is said to have exclaimed in 1957, I'm reading this in French, I'll translate, don't worry. Ça va faire une maudite poutine, which in English means it makes a damn mess. I don't even know what the hell that means. My point is, who cares who invented it? It's a delicious creation and we should all be thankful that it exists. My favorite one of all time is up north of Montreal at a place called 100% Boeuf, which in English means 100% beef. Very delicious. The thing is like, much like all the things that I make, it's all about interpretation. Another one of my favorite poutines is from Dick N's, and their poutine is made with meat sauce and shredded mozzarella with shoestring French fries. Not your traditional poutine, but I don't really care. If it's good, tradition doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna use my crinkle cut cutter and we're gonna make medallions. The reason I'm doing medallions is because I wanna be able to dip it. Like I wanna be able to like scoop the cheese curds and the gravy. By the way, like most of the tools that I use, shop.amazon.com/TheJoshElkin. Go pick yourself up a crinkle cutter. The deep fryer that we're gonna use, you can go pick that one up too. It's all available, guys. I make this easy for you to recreate. A lot of people blanch their fries, which means boil them or even soak them. I'm not gonna do any of that. All right, we're at 325. We're gonna pop these in and fry them up for, like I said, about 5 minutes. This is gonna soften them, get the insides nice and fluffy, and then ultimately we'll crisp them up at a higher temperature later on. This might be a little violent, but I like violence in the kitchen. Makes me feel like I'm doing something with my life. If you've been to Le Fleur's in Montreal, or if you've been to other poutine places, you notice that the French fries are always dark brown. People don't really know what that is, but most people who do say it's dirty oil. So I made this oil even dirtier than it normally should be. All right, so these are good to go. I'm gonna set these aside, jack up the heat. They're nice and soft, which means they're probably cooked on the inside, but we want them crispy. So that's why the heat's gone up to 375. Pop these back in. They're gonna cook for another 5 minutes just until they're super crispy. You can see they're mad soft. Some of them are breaking. Fuck it, I'm excited. A little taste of home. They're already getting golden brown. You see, that's the key. You don't necessarily have to blanch them. You could, but you don't necessarily have to. Also, one thing that many people don't know is that traditional poutine French fries aren't necessarily crispy. They're actually kind of soggy, which I like. I like a soggy fry. They used to call me that in high school. It's not true. Look, it's funny because you say like a random thing, you know, like soggy fry, and it sounds like it should be someone's nickname. But what they actually called me in high school was Nickel, because my last name, Elkin, backwards is Nickel, and my number in basketball was 5, so Nickel. You hear that? The crispiness? I feel like I want them darker, so we're gonna pop them back in. Fuck it, okay? Oh, Canada, terre la nos aïeux, which means our home and native land. There's something wrong about that. Definitely not a native. We're good to go. Crispy potato wedges. Oh yeah, that's the brown I'm looking for. That's the Montreal poutine brown right there. Let's put these in a bowl and season them up. That's a crispy fry. I know I said I like a soft fry, which as these cool down will get softer. There's a T in soft, Josh. Let's make a poutine dip. A lot of people are gonna criticize me like, Josh, this isn't a traditional poutine. Obviously it's not a traditional poutine. It's a poutine dip. Using and borrowing the flavor profiles and textures, combining them with my brain, that's what you get here. That's what you get from me. The biggest problem about making recipes with French fries is I'm constantly eating them. It's so good. I always feel bad. I eat something, just sitting there looking at it like, oh, I want some too, bro. So I'm gonna saute some garlic and onions. Oh yeah, get real stinky in here. The good kind of stink. I'm gonna use this dip soup powder to make a roux. If I need to use flour after, I will, but this is gonna be even more onion flavor. Oh yeah, this is like some concentrated flavor going on right now. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of flour. Mix all this up, get the flour flavor taste kind of out of it. That's gonna take a couple seconds, but you can already see this looks insane. It smells wild in here. Whisking in the beef stock. The point of this is to make a dip, and you need a dip to be thick. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna make a cornstarch slurry using the remainder of the beef stock. A little bit of cornstarch. Pop that, I don't know what I just did there, but pop that into here. Give that a mix until it's fully dissolved. I'm gonna add some more flavor via Worcestershire. Crazy move. It's a crazy move, so much flavor, such a dumb idea. So dumb, it's smart. I need this to be viscous. I need to be thicker so that the cheese curds don't sink to the bottom. All right, we're gonna cook that down for a little bit, turn off the heat, pop on the cheese curds, pop that in the oven, and then it's almost go time. Just look how thick this is though. It's like a cauldron. Oh yeah, that is thick. Boy, not thick enough for a gravy, too thick for a soup, but you know what it's perfect for? A poutine dip. Okay, got some cheese curds over here, the squeakiest kind. You know they're good when you eat it and you hear the squeak. This is not a joke, okay? The dépanneurs, which is essentially like corner store in Quebec, and it's usually a gas station, they all sell cheese curds like at the cash. Like you go to a gas station in Montreal, like Bonissoir or Provisoire, if you're from Quebec, you understand. They have like a woven basket of cheese curds at the cash. So you're like, yeah, give me a pack of du Maurier, which is cigarettes, and a mise en jeu, which is like sports gambling, and I'll take a pack of these sweaty cheese curds. Go, you know, make some bets, smoke a cigarette, have a sweaty cheese curd in between. Just gonna plop the cheese directly in to the gravy. Do you think that this is it? So many more. We're gonna pop this in the oven on broil just until the cheese gets golden brown on top, and then it's go time. And when I say go time, I mean it's time to burn my mouth, because you know that's happening. Now, normally, cheese curds on a poutine aren't crispy, but like I was saying, this obviously isn't normal, right? Now, there's more cheese curds underneath this, so things are about to get crazy. I'm gonna garnish it with a little bit of chopped up chives, just for color contrast, and I, you know, just generally really adore chives. Bring in the French fries, and that's it, guys. This is a poutine dip with medallion French fries in celebration of Canada Day. Oh, Canada. We did it. I gotta let this chill, it's gonna fuck me up. I always say like I gotta wait because it'll hurt me, and I never wait, and it always hurts me. That's what happens when you lack patience. You hurt yourself, you burn your mouth. Anyone who knows, if you lack patience in the kitchen, you have no feeling in your mouth. Half the time I'm eating stuff straight out of the deep fryer, and Jeff can't even eat it for like 20 minutes. Yeah, we did that together. That's giving me major poutine vibes. Just saying. Like I said, typically with the poutine, the cheese doesn't really melt that much. It kind of just melts a little bit, keeps that squeakiness, which is, I guess, everyone's favorite part about a poutine. Like that, right? Look at that, it's just super soft, soft enough. The steam coming off that is just like in the middle of winter when it's negative 40 degrees and you want a poutine, except it's 95 degrees in LA and I'm sweating. Oh man, this is so good. The onion flavor, the onion soup move. This is definitely something you need to try. But Josh, why don't you just eat a poutine? Because that's boring. Guys, I do these things because it's more fun, okay? It's more fun to get your hands dirty, slight third-degree burn. Who's gonna laugh? Who's gonna care, really? I'm gonna laugh. I'll probably make it again for like a Canada Day party, which we never have here because of the 4th. See you on the next one. That is not a good look. It's like ripping here. All right, time for a new deep fryer.